My home runs on a gigabit network. So recently I thought of upgrading my gigabit network to 2.5G, and while searching for devices and hardware for 2.5G, I came across this switch, and this switch just blew my mind because this costs just $24 and you can use this to connect your home lab to your PC with 10 GB link, which is 10 times the gigabit speed. So you can transfer data not at 100 MB per second but 1 GB per second, and that's like mind-blowing for just $24. Now you will also need some other hardware with this, and in this video that is exactly what I'm going to show you: what all parts you will need, how much they cost, where to get them, and how to connect everything without disrupting your existing network. You don't have to touch your existing network. No need to modify anything, no need to uninstall any router or any cable. It's just an additional layer that you add between your home lab and your PC to get that high speed bandwidth between your server and Windows PC or your Mac Mini. You will need just 5 parts: the $24 switch, which has 4 2.5G ports and 2 SFP plus port. These are 10 GB ports. Next you will need 2 fiber cable, OM3 cable. I'm using one 30-meter cable because I have to connect my PC to my NAS server, which is installed on the 3rd floor of this building. This is an independent house, so that is a long distance, and fiber cable can do this like without any issue. They can go up to like kilometers without losing any bandwidth or losing any performance. And then I have a patch cable, a smaller cable, which I'll be using to connect the switch to my PC. So that connects everything together. Now to connect the fiber cable to switches and to your NAS servers and the PC, you will need 4 SFP plus transceivers. These are 850 nanometer transceivers which supports OM3 cable. And next you will need 2 10 Gbps NIC card. These are SFP plus cards running on Intel 82599. These are enterprise grade networking interface cards that are used in servers and data centers, and this is available for just $20. So you will need 2 of these. One will be installed on your PC and another on your home lab or your NAS server. So make sure your NAS server has a PCI slot available. If not, you can also use a Thunderbolt to SFP plus, and I'll talk about that later because that will increase the price. For now we are building this under $90. So let's go ahead and connect everything. All you have to do is connect the OM3 cable to the transceiver end and then connect that to the switch. Similarly, you take the another cable, OM3 cable, and connect it to the SFP transceiver and then connect it to the switch. Now we have 2 ends of the cable. One will go to the PC and another will go to the NAS server or the home lab. Once these are connected, next you have to connect a Ethernet cable to your switch, and the other end will go to your existing router. Again, nothing to change. Just one more cable, one Ethernet cable that connects your router to the switch for the internet access. Now if you turn on your systems, these are going to be recognized on your NAS end or the home lab end because that is running on the Linux. You just have to enable that, and on the Windows you will have to install drivers. Once these drivers are installed, and I have already ripped them from the DVD, so you can go ahead, download them and install them. Once installed, you will see your Ethernet card is recognized and you will have a 10 Gbps link. And once that is there, you just have to mount your storage, the NAS storage or your home lab NAS storage, to your PC. Once that is mounted, you can just go ahead and start transferring the file. And let me show you the real-time speed that I'm getting. Let's transfer a 2 or 5 or 10 GB file and let's see how quickly it goes. Can you see this? And this goes at the speed of 1 Gbps, and this is consistent, no drops, nothing at all. Now the cherry on the top is that this switch is web managed. This is not an unmanaged switch. So you can just go ahead, create VLANs, monitor your traffic, monitor ports, and to make sure that your speed is consistent and there's no performance lag while transferring large files, make sure you enable the jumbo frames and set the value to 9000. Once this is done, you have to do the same on your computer PC in the Ethernet properties, and this will enable consistent file transfer at higher speed, at maximum speed by the way. And if I compare the value of this switch, which is just $24, that's surprising, and I've been using this for a month and it has been very consistent, and that's why this video. This is available on Alibaba by different brand names, and I think this is also available on Amazon.com. So I'll leave all the links in the description. You can buy from wherever you want to, but I'll leave all the links in the description so that you can check what hardware you are buying. This has to be compatible with each other. And now if you use Mac Mini and you want this connection between your NAS server home lab to a Mac Mini, I've already uploaded that video where I'm using a Type-C Thunderbolt to SFP plus connector adapter. So there you don't need a PCIe card, and if you have a home lab or a server which has a Thunderbolt port, you can just use that adapter, which will cost you, by the way, $90. So that's going to be costly, and that's why I did not talk about that. But if you use Mac Mini, I think that is worth it, because in just $90 more you will be able to upgrade your Mac Mini Ethernet connection to 10 Gbps without having to open it or do any modification. Similarly, if you use a Intel NUC for your home lab and it has a Thunderbolt port, in my case it has, and I am able to connect that to the 10G link using this adapter. There's a full review about this adapter, so you can watch that. The link is given in the description. And that's, my friend, how you build or upgrade your existing network to 10 Gbps and connect your home lab to your PC with 10 Gbps link for just $90. If you like this video, if you find this video helpful, let me know in the comments down below. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. This is going to help this channel grow more, and I'll keep bringing these videos for you guys. Also, let me know if you have any thoughts. If you want me to create some other videos or talk about some other topics about networking, let me know in the comments down below. This was all in this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.